Gregolog, it's a knife of knowledge in a cutlery drawer of doom. So sometimes these things just write themselves. After watching S.E. Cupp on Joy Behar's show, that walking fountain of verbal sewage, Keith Olbermann decided to tweet, quote, "On so many levels, she's a perfect example of the necessity of the work Planned Parenthood does." Tasteless, you say? I don't know. If you consider it, Olby's logic is sound. If abortion would have kept S.E. Cupp from being alive, then there would be less debate over abortion. See how tidy that is for someone like Olby, who would rather see you dead than debated? But hey, maybe he really didn't mean that. Yep, after getting a lot of heat, Olbermann panicked and scurried like a roach from his tweet, saying he meant that S.E.'s parents should have taken advantage of counseling or birth control offered by these clinics, which to me makes no sense as criticism of Cupp, whom he hates, unless Olby still means birth control would have prevented S.E. from being born. But really, all this undermines Planned Parenthood, not Olby. We already knew he's a turd. When he brought up Planned Parenthood, everybody knew he meant abortion, so his ghoulish joke reminds everyone that the idea that Planned Parenthood means more than abortion is a fatuous joke, like the man himself. And if you disagree with me, you, sir, are a racist, homophobe. Ryan, should he really be tweeting?
I think this man's a fascist. I think that's what it comes to.
Really?
I think we're going to play a drinking game. We're going to see how many times we can say fascist in this show.
Yeah.
And everyone home should follow along.
Yeah. Well, you are a fascist, just for bringing that up.
I am. Thank you.
Do you think he meant his, the whole idea that he didn't mean that she should be aborted, or do you think he just ran scared?
Well, I'm offended that anyone's following his tweets, first off. I'm surprised by that.
They are entertaining.
Second, you especially. I didn't realize you were at home reading his tweets. So.
Yes, it's sad. Sad but true. It's taken up a large part of my day.
He backed off the joke. That's the problem. He didn't just put it out there. He immediately backtracked. He was like, oh, I didn't mean that. What I meant was they have good air conditioning at the Planned Parenthood. They have some nice candy. If they had had the candy, they wouldn't have had sex, and she wouldn't have been born. That's what I meant.
That's actually a good impersonation of Keith Olbermann.
I like the hand thing.
Yeah. It's all over the place.
Crystal, what do you think? Why does he say such things? I mean, he's supposed to be a nice liberal feminist.
You know, you're asking me to explain Keith Olbermann's mind. That's not really something I'm up to. There's really no excuse for it. I mean, it's not funny. It's not respectful. It's terrible. If you want to debate the issue, that's one thing. If you want to just attack someone personally, it's not okay.
What do you think, Jedediah? I hate to say this, but this Gregolog was the easiest one ever written. It's like too easy to take a shot at him, but you got to kick kick somebody when they do something bad, and I don't know.
I think it's interesting that more people pay attention to his tweets than ever watched his show. That's one thing. And I'd also say, you know, I think Keith Olbermann is very uncomfortable with differing opinions. It makes him uncomfortable that someone can be informed and out there. He doesn't know what to do with it, so he attacks, you know, and he's an embarrassment to the left. I think people on the left who have principled feelings about things should be embarrassed by someone that takes this route.
Bill, here's what I don't understand, aside from it being tasteless. He did it in the afternoon, which means he wasn't drunk, because almost all of my embarrassing tweets are done after I've been drinking.
Yeah, says you, though. You've got a job. Has he even started his yet? I was tanked by 3 p.m. when I was freelancing.
That's true.
Thank God they didn't have tweeting back then. I was just writing on my walls and kicking a cat that I'd forgotten to feed 4 days before.
I like how you say that now that you have a job, you're not drunk in the afternoon.
Well, tipsy.
Yeah, yes.
It's called control.
Totally
Look into
totally
it.
different.
You know